Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of the Daily Drive. Just like in the first episode, today I'm not exactly where I expected to be. I'm not driving to work on my daily drive at all. I'm in fact in Iowa. Had some family events to attend. So that brought me to my hometown area. So I thought I'd share with you a little bit of where I grew up and the car scene, a little bit of that area. I'm driving my Ford Focus RS today. Brought it down for the trip, put some miles on it. I'm up to 4,000 miles now. I'm running in normal mode rather than sport because I thought it'd be a little less shaky, but looks like it still might be kind of shaky. The suspension in this car is very tight. I learned a few things in that first episode. One of them was I need to keep it short. The other one I think ran almost a half hour. That's kind of long. Nobody wants to watch me ramble on for a half hour. The other thing is I probably need an external microphone. This mic on the cam is kind of crappy. I can boost it a little bit in Premiere, but really it's not helping that much. So today is the 26th, and I've been away since almost a week now. Yeah, it's a week. And from what I understand, Ubisoft, the company I work for, was going to release a trailer today on the game I'm working on, which is Farcry 5. Now, I don't know what the trailer is going to reveal. I haven't seen it yet. All I know that I can speak on publicly is from what the teaser I saw earlier this week was, which revealed that we're going to be in Montana. So Far Cry 5 is going to be in Montana, and I can't give you any details. I can't give you any insider info or anything. All I can tell you is exactly what you know. So I'm going to kind of stop talking about it. Coming up here, the house on the right is the house I lived in until I was 13. It's kind of a pretty area out here. Doesn't look like we're going to get to see much of it. Now here on the left, I'm going to turn down this road, is what we used to call Slaughterhouse Road. And the reason we called it that is because the tin building on the left, or on the right here, is a slaughterhouse, or was. And we used to drag race here on this road. I don't know if we still have the lines where everyone would race. Have sprayed lines on the road. But this is about a quarter mile. The RS is very fast. It's I mean, it's nowhere near the speed of the Shelby, but because the Shelby's just insane. But it's very quick and it grips really hard. Actually, I'm kind of disappointed with the quarter-mile times of that car, the RS. So coming up here is the loser and turns, we can call it. 20-mile-an-hour turns, which lots of people have died on. There was a kid in my grade that lost his life on these roads. Because you do this, and then you go through here, and you end up dead in that side of in that field. The kid, he was actually a grade older than me. He was thrown from the car, and the car fell on him, and it was nasty. But every few years somebody dies on this road. It's really just a nasty little hairpin. I'm going to go ahead and turn around because this direction really doesn't have anything else I want to show you. Here's the turning radius. Really bad, really bad. The RS is notorious for a bad turning radius, and it's certainly true. I could turn to sport mode maybe, and you can hear some of the fun pops. See, this car, I've talked to Feza, the other guy that owns the RS in Spain. He does a lot of stuff on YouTube. This car doesn't pop as much as his does. You kind of have to make it happen, sort of. It doesn't like naturally happen. Of course, if you shift too fast, it doesn't do it, which is expected because it doesn't have time. But his pops in the downshifts, mine really doesn't. I kind of have to like do it on purpose, sort of. There. There it didn't. It's just kind of weird. I can already kind of tell that the front-facing camera is going to get a lot more pretty views than it did when the first episode from Canada. That'll change as the seasons change. Canada gets more pretty, but Iowa's really gorgeous when it's green. And it's a crappy wet day today. So again, here we are at the Slaughterhouse Road. Yeah, I don't see any marks. I don't even see any skid marks, like the kids don't even do it anymore. Nowadays, it's not so much, I guess, you know, running from a dig. It's honks while you're going 30. I don't really understand that so much. Because honks when you're going 30 kind of eliminates some of the driver challenge. Learning you can get out of the hole and dig from a takeoff is a little more challenging, in my opinion. So yeah, as you just saw the sign there, Belle Plaine, Iowa, that's the town I grew up in. So now I'm going to show you the second place we would drag race as soon as I get around this truck. Alright, he's turning the exact place I would want to, so I'm going to go a different way. we go out to the second drag racing street. Let's go down the main street. Yeah, this town has like 2,000 people in it. I can't take you out to where I grew up from 13 on up because the road's closed for some reason. I don't know why. I worked there in high school, that grocery store. Here is the main street. Yeah, not much to it. For a brief period of time, I worked on the left, that last building on the left. I lived above that building and worked at a factory. And that's when I realized college was the answer. Got the heck out of here and went to school. By the way, most of the squeaks in here are my fault. I got like crap hanging in the car and stuff, so here's what we used to call the sneak out underneath the train, because the train blocks most of the town when it comes through, and that's the only way beyond it. Okay. So we're coming up on the right will be the high school. And beyond that is the drags, the place we used to drag, the strange stretch of road right by the high school that we used to race on. And I once got suspended for drag racing during school. We had been out doing a project somewhere where we were allowed to drive. And coming back, you know, another guy had a Camaro, I had my 70 Plymouth, and who can resist, you know? And when we pulled up, the principal was standing right out front, waiting for us. He'd watched the whole thing. I don't know what this woman's doing. So this road here is a really stupid place to race. And that's because it's a T intersection on both ends. Of course she's turning, of course. So as you see on the left here, it's just ends in a field. More houses here than there used to be. It used to be a bit more abandoned than it is now. And then on this side, it doesn't go straight either. It's a T intersection going left or right on the highway into the town. So if you lost control or couldn't stop or were going too fast, you were going to pay. And that actually did happen to my brother. He crashed on the other side there into that field and broke all his ribs in his chest because of the steering wheel. Dodge dealer out here that wasn't here before. Used to be in the other side of town. People waving at you and they don't know who you are. I mean, with my beard, nobody's gonna know who I am here. center. And here's the road out to where I used to live, from 13 on up. I'm pretty sure it's closed. It was closed a few days ago when I drove out here. Yep, road closed. So in keeping with the plan of making these shorter, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. The next one should actually be on my drive to work, as I had originally planned it to be, and should be back in Canada. So I'll see you guys back in Canada, and I hope you have a good day.